Hello dear students, as you all know we are doing chapter number 2, electrostatic potential and capacitance. Yesterday we solved some of the numericals of combination of capacitors. Today we will solve some more and then after we will proceed to our next topic. The first question we are going to take is, a circuit is given but it is given in something else manner. Here is a point A which is given as 1200 voltage. Okay. Now one capacitor is connected over here, that is a C1, and it is equal to 3 microfarad. Then after there is a point B, then two capacitors are there. Okay. And then there is a point C, and then this is current. Okay, these two capacitors are C2 and C3. C2 which is of 4 microfarad and C3 which is of 2 microfarad. Okay, this question is given in the circuit and the question is, find the charge on each capacitor and the potential at the point B. Charge on each capacitor, charge on each capacitor, and the second question is potential at B. These two questions are being asked. Charge on each capacitor we have to find out, and we have to find out potential at B. Now this potential, this particular part of the circuit is earthed, and therefore potential at these points will be 0. Whenever a part of a circuit is earthed, we have to take potential at that point as 0, because earth we consider a conductor of very high potential. Whatever amount of charge is given to the earth takes all the charges, and that's why, and in that case potential will not increase. Okay, it is kind of conductor which absorbs all the charges, which takes all the charges without increasing its potential. Potential of the earth is taken as 0. So here the potential is 0, and therefore at this point which is given at C, V is equal to what? 0. Now we have been asked charge on each capacitor. So just see, this point is having a potential difference of 1200 voltage. This point is having 0 voltage. So obviously from here the charges will flow to here, because this point is at higher potential, this point is at lower potential. But what happens, because of capacitor, charge will not be able to flow from this plate to this plate. It will be induced on this plate. Is that clear? The question is very easy. There is nothing very difficult in the question. Like first thing, we have to find out the total capacitance. These two are in parallel. So for 4 and 2, we have an equivalent capacitance. 4 and 2, I have told you, for two capacitors which are in parallel, capacitance is added like that. So from this here, we have a point A, then after one capacitor which is of 3 microfarad, and then after combination of these two, 4 plus 2 how much? 6 microfarad, and this point is Earth. Now here the point B is, and here the point C is. Okay, now 3 and 6 they are in series, and for series the equivalent capacitance will be, C equivalent will be how much? So C1 it is your 3, C2 it is your 6 upon 3 plus 6, 18 upon 9, which is equal to what? 2 microfarad. What is the potential difference we applied on the circuit? The potential difference is applied 1200 voltage and 0 voltage. So obviously the potential difference is 1200 voltage. Total capacitance is this. So what will be the total charge? Charge is equal to C equivalent into V. C equivalent is what? 2 microfarad. V is what? 1200. Will multiply, will get 2400 microcoulomb. Okay, this is the charge. Now what happens? This 2400 microcoulomb will appear on this, and the same charge will appear on this also. Why? Because in series combination charge remains the same. Is it clear? So if this is having 2400 microcoulomb, this will have 2400 microcoulomb, but this capacitor is not given in the question. Actually, this is the combination of these two, right? So this is the combination of these two. So what we need to find out that 2400 microcoulomb will be distributed on this. So in what ratio it will be divided, and then after we can find out in what amount of charge will be given there on C2 and C3. Now let us see. So for Q1 we have 2400 microcoulomb. For C2 and C3 we need to find out. Let us see. Since these two are in parallel, and in parallel what happens? In parallel V remains constant. V remains constant. And therefore, if we calculate the ratio of charge, Q1 which will be C1 into V, sorry we are calculating C2, and Q3 will be equal to C2 into V. When we divide them, to V and V will be cancelled out. Is it clear? It should be 3. So Q2 upon Q3 will be equal to C2 upon C3. From here, the value of C2 is what? 4 microfarad, and the value of C3 is what? 2 microfarad. So 4 is to 2 is to 2 is to 1. So Q2 upon Q3 is equal to 2 is to 1. This is the ratio. Okay? And when we sum them, it should be what? 2400 microcoulomb, because 2400 microcoulomb is there on the 3 microfarad as well as on the 6 microfarad, which is the combination of 4 and 2. So basically, from here, if we take charge, here the charge should be 2 times of the charge here. Not 2400 has to be divided in the ratio 2 is to 1. How it will be divided? Let us see. Q2 will be, what is the total charge? 2400. What is the ratio sum? 2 plus 1, how much? 3. What ratio we are calculating? For 2. So 3 will cut the 2400 by 800 times. 800 to the what? 1600 microcoulomb. This will be the charge on the second capacitor in C2. Q3 will be, what is the method I am approaching? Total upon ratio sum multiply by the share. It is what? 800 microcoulomb. Now we have calculated all the charges. Q1 is here, Q2 is here, and Q3 is here. Okay, we have calculated all these 3 charges. The first question is done. Now the second question, what is the voltage at B? Very easy now. Charge we have got. So what is the potential difference across C1? V1 will be Q1 upon C1. 2400 microcoulomb upon 3 microcoulomb. It will be cut. So what we are going to have? 800 voltage, sorry, 8 voltage. 800 voltage now. It should be 800 voltage. Total voltage was supplied is 1200 voltage. 800 voltage this capacitor takes. How much is left? So obviously at VB it will be 1200 minus 800. The answer is what? 400 voltage. Okay. So answer of the second part is 400 voltage. Answer of the first part is 3. There are 3: Q1, Q2 and Q3. This is how we solve numericals for charges and potential. Suppose potential across C2 is being asked, then charge we know, capacitance we know, we can calculate the potential. Q3, charge we know, capacitance we know, we can calculate the voltage. This is how these type of questions are done. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. Next question is, a circuit is given. What we have been asked, what is the total, what is the charge on each capacitor? And the second question is, what is the potential difference between A and B? A and B. Potential at A minus potential at B. Okay, let us solve. 6 and 3 are in series. If they are in series, then equivalent will be C1, C2 upon C1 plus C2. 2 microfarad. Same will be here also. So it will be 2 microfarad, it will be 2 microfarad. What will be the total answer? 2 plus 2, they are in parallel, 4 microfarad. What is the voltage? 12 voltage. What is the charge? Q will be C equivalent multiplied by V. What is C equivalent? 3 and 6, 2, 6 and 3, 2, 2 plus 2, 4. C equivalent is 4 microfarad multiplied by voltage is what? 12. 12 was how much? 48 microcoulomb. This is the total charge. Now this total charge will be divided in this branch and in this branch. But just see the equivalent capacitance of this branch and this branch is equal. Equivalent capacitance of this branch is 2 microfarad. Equivalent capacitance of this branch is also 2 microfarad. Total charge is this. So charge will be divided in this branch and in this branch equally. So what will be the charge given to this? 48 microcoulomb, half, it will be 24 microcoulomb. What is given to this? 24 microcoulomb. What is charge on this? 24 microcoulomb. What is charge on this? 24 microcoulomb. That's it. Question is done. 24, how much it will be? 24 it will be. I have told you in series combination what happens. In series combination, if this plate is given a charge Q, this plate, this side appears minus Q, this side appears plus Q. And then after this side appears minus Q, this side appears plus Q, this side appears minus Q, this side appears plus Q. This part of the circuit is not even connected to the battery. I have told you, what is the charge this capacitor is having on the inner side of the plate? Because that only creates the electric field and because of that only we have the energy. That is plus Q minus Q means Q. What is plus Q minus Q? It is Q. So whatever charge the first capacitor will be having in the series combination, second capacitor will have the same charge. Right? So here also, capacitor charges will be same. 24 microcoulomb, 24 microcoulomb, it will be 24 only. 24, 24, it will be 24, but 24 here, they are parallel, they will combine and give the answer 48 microcoulomb. For this, I am not telling you this question. Okay, for this purpose, charge you can calculate very easily. Let us move to the second part of the question. What is the question is saying? Find the potential difference between point A and B, which is a bit odd. Okay, what we'll do? We'll make a point over here. Let this point be C. C is for capacitance, so let it be D. Okay, let it be D. Now just tell me, what will be the value of VD minus VA? VD minus VA. VD minus VA. So between these 2 points, we have a capacitor. And along that capacitor, what is the voltage? This is your capacitance, this is your charge. What will be the voltage? 3 microfarad is the capacitance, 24 microcoulomb is the charge. So what will be the voltage? Q is equal to what? CV. So V is equal to what? Q by C. What is Q? 24. What is C3? So it will be what? 24 by 3 volt, which is basically 8 volt. Right? And now VD minus VB. VD minus VB. What we are going to have? VD minus VB. Now, charge is 24 microcoulomb. Capacitor is 6 microfarad. What we are going to have? 24 upon 6. Basically 4 voltage. Just subtract this. When you subtract, VD plus minus or minus. So VD and VD will be cancelled out. We'll have VB minus VA, which is equal to, solving this is no problem, we will have minus 4 plus 8. VB minus VA will be equal to 4 voltage. This is the answer. Okay, this is how we calculate potential difference between these 2 points if this question is there. Okay, very easy. We take a common point, we take potential difference from here to here, from here to here. The same can be done if we take this as a common point. Okay, suppose this point is E. VA minus V, VB minus V. V will be cancelled out, we'll get VA minus VB. Is it clear? But you have to write the capacitance along this one. But voltage along this one. 24 upon 6, it will be 4. 24 upon 3, it will be 8. Difference will be 4 only. Is it clear? So this is how we solve the question. Now very important type of question which is very popular, and that type of question is for an infinite ladder. For an infinite ladder. Ladder, you know, we use ladder sometime if we have to reach to a height. Okay? Infinite ladder. Like suppose in one question can be given like this. Okay, this is the kind of question we have. Let this point is A, let this point be B. Let the capacitance of all is C. Okay, all is having C capacitance. Now what we need to find out? The equivalent capacitance between point A and B. The equivalent capacitance between point A and B, this is the question. This kind of question is called infinite ladder question. Okay, this kind of question is called infinite ladder. It looks like a ladder. That's it. Now, how we can calculate it? How we can solve it? It seems very difficult, but using one approximation, we can solve it very easily. Suppose if we ignore this much of ladder. If we ignore, let this point be X, let this point be Y. Okay, if we ignore this much, then just see from here till here, again it is an infinite ladder only. Okay, and question diagram is same as given here. Okay, question diagram is same as given here. First capacitor C, then the mid one. Here C, then mid one. Is it clear? So question diagram is same. If we split the ladder from here, then this infinite expansion and from here infinite expansion, they will have same meaning. They will have same value. So what we are going to do is, we are going to consider the answer first of all. Let the equivalent capacitance be C dash. Okay, let that equivalent capacitance be C dash, right? Now just see. From here till here it is again an infinite ladder. So between X and Y, the equivalent capacitance will be C dash only. So what we can write? Here the point is A. Here the capacitor is C. Here this capacitor is C. Now one more capacitor is here. It is also C. Okay? C. But from here, what will have? Here that your X point is there. Here your Y point is there. Equivalent capacitance we have assumed as C dash. So that equivalent capacitance will be C dash. Right? It is an infinite ladder from X and Y. So it is X and it is C dash. Now C dash and C are in parallel. Their equivalent capacitance will be? These two are in parallel. Their equivalent capacitance will be? It will be like A. We have a capacitor. We have a capacitor here. We have a capacitor over here. This is C, but this will be C plus C dash. They are in parallel. We connect them simply. Right? Now we have C plus C dash, we have C. And all these three are in series. All these three are in series. If they are in series, then equivalent capacitance will be equivalent capacitance will be 1 upon C equivalent will be 1 upon C plus 1 upon C plus C dash plus 1 upon C. But that very equivalent capacitance we have assumed to be C dash. So what we can write? 1 upon C dash is equal to 1 upon C plus 1 upon C plus C dash plus 1 upon C we can add, that will become 2 upon C. Okay. Now we have to solve this and we have to get the value of C dash. That's it. Now what we are going to do, we are going to take LCM. 1 upon C dash is equal to 2 in bracket C plus C dash plus C upon how much? C in bracket C plus C dash. Is it clear? Now what we are going to do? Cross multiplication. So we are going to have from here C plus C dash is multiplied with 1. C plus C dash is equal to, C dash will be multiplied over here, so it will become 2C dash in bracket C plus C dash, and this C dash will be multiplied with C also, so plus C dash. We have to get the value of C dash, right? Now multiply C over here, multiply this over here, we will have CC, means C is square obviously, okay, it will be C square, CC dash is equal to 2C dash C, 2C dash square plus CC dash. Now this CC dash and this CC dash can be cancelled, and this C square is transferred to that side. We are going to have 2C dash square plus 2C dash C. C square is transferred over that side, minus C square is equal to 0. This CC dash and this CC dash is cancelled. Okay? Any doubt? Now we have a quadratic question in C dash, and we have to solve that quadratic question. How we can? Because factorization is not possible. Okay? What we are going to do? We are going to apply Sridharacharya formula. And Sridharacharya formula, what is Sridharacharya formula? If one equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then its root is given by minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. If you remember, so that very thing we are going to apply here. How we can? This will work as a, this is 2c will be working as b, and c square will be as c. Now C dash will be minus b minus 2c plus minus under root b square, which is 4c square, 2c square is 4c square, minus 4ac, 4 to the 8, c, it is c square, and it is negative sign, it will become plus, upon 2a it will become 4. Okay. Now what we can do? We can take 2 common from here. We can take 4 common, but after the square root it will become 2 only. Okay. So what we are going to have? Minus 2c plus minus 2 under root c square. If 4c square and 8c square will be added, we will have 12c square. So basically it will be 3c square. Upon what? 4 2 times. We are going to have c dash is equal to minus c plus minus c under root 3 upon 2. Okay. Now one basic concept is there that capacitance can never be negative. If you consider this negative sign, then minus c and minus will become ultimately negative. So we'll ignore this negative sign, right? We'll ignore this negative sign. So the correct answer is going to be, we'll write c dash can never be negative, and therefore c dash is equal to, c if we take common, it will be under root 3 minus 1 upon 2. 2 is cancelled, 2 is left. So this is what the answer is. Okay. C dash is equal to c under root 3 minus 1 upon 2. Okay. So this is how we solve for an infinite ladder. The concept can be changed a bit. Okay. Like suppose that lower branch can be eliminated. Instead of lower branch, only a wire can be there. Only a wire. No capacitors. Then how will you solve? Will the procedure be same? Yes, it will be same. Only what will be the change? Here that C will not be there. Here that C will not be there. It will be 1 by C. Basically that answer will be changed. So this is how that infinite ladder is being solved. So this is all for combination of capacitors, right? All series parallel we have done 2 lectures, but probably we have solved 6 to 10 questions. Okay, probably 6-7 questions we have solved. So this is all for this one, combination of capacitor questions. Tomorrow we will start polarization, polar dielectric, non-polar dielectric. As far as notes are concerned, your notes for numerical portion I will not provide. I will provide only for theory portion. So for redistribution of energy, okay, and then for this one, from whatever I think from part 7 the note is pending, from part 7. So from part 7 the notes will be uploaded at once when the chapter will be done. Is it clear? Then after we will solve some numericals. Some very good numericals are there in the NCERT. We will do those. Okay, but for combination there is only one we have done. Okay, and this is given in some competitive section, infinite ladder, but it is a very popular question. That's why I thought to tell you. Okay, so this is all for the day. Tomorrow if we meet tomorrow, then after we'll start this one, polar, dielectric, non-polar, basically the dielectric segment of this chapter. Okay, thank you.